For some reason, I'm nervous to make this video. I'm gonna do it. Hey everyone, it's Laynie and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning to my channel, oh my goodness, thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. The Lash Fam has been growing lately. It's so exciting. Thank you. Today's video is a little bit different. It's gonna be a pretty darn personal video. I've got butterflies. Okay, anyways, before I dive on into anything or get chatty, let's do the question of the day. Tell me one thing you are looking forward to this coming week. We have a big birthday party to go to this weekend. Leave what you're looking forward to down below. Now let's start today's video. I'm just gonna be getting ready, doing just kind of really honestly light makeup. If you can't tell from my hair, I literally felt like doing nothing to my hair. I brushed it, that is it. I am still in my jammies. It's almost 5 o'clock in the evening. It's true, I am still in my jammies, okay? I will not lie to you. I have just felt super duper lazy and tired today, and I just needed a day of doing nothing. I'm actually going to film this and post it same day because that's how lazy I have been. Okay, let's grab some products and get started because otherwise I'll be talking forever. A friend of mine got a bunch of free samples and she gave me some, which was so kind of her. And she gave me these Aveeno Positively Radiant Max Glow Infusion Drops. You're supposed to put like a couple drops of these in your makeup, but I've just been using it to prime my skin, and honestly, I've been loving it. It's been so hydrating, and I feel like it really works well with my foundation. I've loved it. So first of all, let me just start by saying that I'm sorry that my video is getting up really late tonight compared to usual. My schedule has kind of been off this last couple weeks. It's been hectic, you guys. It's been hectic. I'm not even uninspired. I have so many ideas. It just, life has kind of bogged me down mentally that I just don't feel in a good headspace to film the content that I want to film. And then just this weekend by itself has been so hectic. We actually had to travel to a different city to look at houses. I'll explain more. It's coming. It's coming, and I have butterflies. If I title this what I might title it, then you already know the big secret. So anyways, we had to drive to another city to look at houses. We had a funeral to go to. We had friends come in from out of state to visit us. It has just been a really busy weekend. I usually try to get filming for my Sunday videos done on Friday or editing done if I've pre-filmed, and I didn't have it in me with everything going on. We were up really late both Friday night. I think we slept 4 hours because we had to get up so early for the funeral, and then last night we were up late with our friends in town, and then today we slept in till 12:30. You guys, we usually do sleep in on the weekends, but not till 12:30. That's late for us, like really late. And then after 12:30, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cook some breakfast, and I'm gonna sit my butt on the couch and do nothing. My house is a disaster. I usually am like really tidy, really into cleaning the house, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. That has been today. Okay. Nerves. I have a chai tea latte here to help me. I have been keeping a secret from you guys. It's not even a secret. Hold on. Okay, back up, Laynie, back up. I'm gonna try to just not even hardly edit this video, so this is gonna be pretty raw, unfiltered, uncut. Let me back up. I haven't been keeping a secret. I am a pretty private person. If you're not new to my channel, I think you know that. I have been trying to open up more and share a little bit more with you than just beauty videos. I've let you into my home. That's a huge step for me. I've vlogged on trips. Like, I'm trying to open up more, but I'm a pretty private person. You know, I love doing the beauty videos. I love sharing that with you. I truly love my subscribers. I love this channel. This one, I just needed to wait until I felt comfortable to tell you guys because it kind of sucked. I don't want to get all mopey and like, woe is me, because I tell myself all things could be so much worse. We have our health. We have our family. Like, it's good. It's all good in the hood. Everything's gonna work out. But okay, I'm gonna say it. Honestly, like, it's harder to say it on, I'm like totally fine in my real life with it. I've come to terms with it, but saying it to you guys is just uncomfortable. I don't know why. I think it's just because I'm filming, I'm talking to a camera, it's making me nervous. So a couple months ago, my husband lost his job. If you guys have ever been through this, it sucks. This has never happened to us. We literally did not see this coming. Like, sometimes I think there's job loss that you kind of can see coming. I'm gonna just start grabbing products because otherwise I'm never gonna get to putting anything on my face. I'm really trying to focus on using some old products. So, I think there is some job loss that you see coming. Like, maybe you messed up at work, or maybe you are late all the time, or the company is not doing well, or the company's moving out of wherever you live. Like, there are some job losses you see coming. When I say we did not see this coming, I mean, like, we did not see this coming. Flabbergasted. The one thing I do want to throw out now is, the one thing when it comes to work topics, I will never say where I work or what kind of work I do. I will never say where my husband worked or what kind of work he does. I definitely like to keep all work separate from my channel. Please don't ask like what he did or where he worked, because I cannot, for privacy reasons, for future employment reasons, I just can't do that. But yes, so we did not see this coming. He literally just got called into into the office, and it was basically, hey, we're overstaffed, see you later. That was it. That was it. He's worked for the same company for 7 years. We have moved 3 times now for this company. He was like the 3rd best in his group, in his little area, division, whatever you want to call it. Never got in trouble. I think was late one time, called in sick like twice. Like, I mean, there was nothing he could have done different. There was nothing he could have done that gave us any inclination this would ever happen. Like, we were shocked. So, anyways, my husband's the sweetest. I had a really bad day at work. It was a very, very, very stressful, very discouraging night at work, where I work. And I came home and he knew I had a bad day. I think I texted him, today's terrible, or something like that. So he didn't want to tell me that night, even though he already knew. And I thought that was so sweet when I finally found out. But so anyways, the next morning we're getting up like usual, getting ready to do our normal daily get ready for work, all this stuff. And I went in the bathroom to also get ready, and he was in shorts. And I'm like, I've never seen you wear shorts. I was like, Tony, why are you wearing shorts? I've never seen you wear shorts to work. And he said these words: I didn't want to tell you yesterday because you had a bad day. And I was like, you know, that going over a hill really quickly, that dropping, sinking feeling in your stomach. And I'm like, what? And he's like, they let me go yesterday. I literally go, what? What? And then I would be lying if I didn't say it. I became hysterical. I literally threw myself on the ground sobbing. So a little background to this. My husband and I share a car. When we moved here, we had to share a car. So I do not work full-time because I have to base my work schedule around his to be sure I can get him to work and get myself to work on time. So I don't work full-time. So when he gave me this news, I was freaked out, you guys. I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh. We literally only moved here and bought this house like barely over a year ago. Barely. Like, we were just getting settled here. I think 2 weeks before we got this news, I finally decorated our basement. I mean, it was like, it's fresh being here. It takes, we're pretty experienced movers now, and I always tell people when you move, it takes a good year to really feel comfortable, settled, where you're at, meeting people, all of that. I really feel like it takes a year to become a part of where you're living. So we were just hitting that time frame. And so I had a couple hours of hysterics. I literally threw myself on the ground. I was hyperventilating, crying. My husband is a champ. He handles everything with grace. My husband is literally the most patient, mild-mannered, calm. I always say he's the calm to my storm. I am the not calm one. And he never shed a tear. He never took a deep pained breath. Like, he was fine. He was fine. And so I called, of course, the one person I wanted to call right away and tell was my dad. I must get this from my dad. My dad was not calm. He had some choice words for the said company that did this. And he said, I'll be right over. I was still hyperventilating when my dad got there. And my dog's so cute though, because I was literally sobbing sitting on the couch. And my dad's like, calm down. I'm like, I cannot calm down. And my dog was so cute. He was literally standing over top of me, licking my face. And if my dad got near me, he was growling at my dad. The dog was concerned. But I am definitely the kind of person that, like, I freak out at first, but then once I get it out of my system, I'm fine. Like, by afternoon, I was fine. I mean, I was still worried, definitely worried, a lot of worry, but I wasn't like freaked out. I still went to work that day. When I told my coworker what had happened, she's like, I'm shocked you're here. I'm like, you know what? I was like, I gotta go to work. Gotta pull it together. And I went to work. But it was definitely like a lot of things to figure out. Like, oh my gosh, what do we need to do? Definitely applying to other things. And when we told my husband's parents, they said file for unemployment right now because the process can take a while. We've never had to do that. We knew nothing about that process. Honestly, up until that point, I thought unemployment was paid by the government. We've never had to do anything like that. And so, come to find out, I guess it's paid for by your ex-employer. I didn't know that. And then we're like, oh my gosh, is he going to qualify? Because we had no idea. But anyways, there was a lot to figure out. That is one reason why I have not been doing new product reviews on my channel. I haven't been doing haul videos. I just am playing it cautious. And you know what? It's funny how sometimes there's like blessings in disguise or things were needed. Like, I really needed to focus on using up some products, so it's better that I know I can't go shopping. I can't buy things. I'm using some stuff up. I love that. The one thing is, I don't want to make this like a woe is me type of thing. Like in the first 2 hours of the news, you know, I felt that way, not gonna lie. Was totally like, why us? Why you? You didn't deserve this. Which is all true. I mean, that is true. He did not deserve that. But I do believe everything happens for a reason, and it honestly is a blessing in disguise. My husband had not liked the job he was in since the first year he had done it. The company changed a lot in the 7 years that he was there. So much. It used to be a very family-oriented company. There used to be the room for growth in the company, and so much of that was changing, and it was starting to really be visible that my husband wasn't going to be considered for things that he would have really liked to get involved in, even though he was putting in the extra time, taking the extra steps to get there. It just, we were getting the vibe what he wanted to do wasn't going to happen. So he was actually happy. He, you know, he was like worried, you know, just about paying bills still and all of that. But he was excited for the opportunity to look for something else. The one thing he told me right away was, you know, I'd always said I wanted to look for something else. I wanted to do something different. But by the time you get home from work, you're tired. You don't feel like spending hours applying to other jobs, which I totally understand. I mean, that's just facts. By the time of the weekend, you want to, you know, run some errands, clean your house, have fun with some friends, spend time with your dog. You don't want to sit there and apply for jobs all weekend. So this was a chance to give him that time to do that. It was also a chance for him to honestly just kind of unwind a little bit, not be stressed about work. He had a very stressful job for many years. He has worked a lot for many years. There was a year where he worked 70 to 90 hours a week. That is a lot of work. So I do believe this is a blessing in disguise. I do believe everything will work out. The one thing I will say is, even though I am bitter at the company that did this because he didn't deserve to be let go like that, he didn't deserve to be the one picked for that. And I can honestly say, even with those frustrations and even with a little bit of spite, is that the right word? Spite I have, I'm very thankful for the years we had there. We were able to move different places with that job, and maybe the moving was a bit expensive for us. That part I didn't love, but I was able to meet so many wonderful people and make friendships that are going to last a lifetime that I would have never had the opportunity to do without moving for that company. Also, it gave us the ability to pay off our student loans, which is literally, I feel like, one of the greatest blessings in our life to this day. When I hear people talking about having student loans at work and worried about making their payments, I'm like, I remember being there. I am literally so glad we do not have to worry about that anymore. I am so thankful we got our student loans paid off before this happened. I can't imagine going through this if we still had those student loans. So honestly, like, I'm still thankful. I'm thankful for those years. I thank the company for those years and the things that it did bring to us. I hope one day the company will get back to what it used to be, because it's really losing sight of the core values the company started with. So I hope we can get back to that one day, because at one time it was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful environment to be in. Now, we are in the negotiation phase with the company. He might have something lined up. I knock on wood. Do I have any wood down here? Does paper count? I'm not ready to say if it's a done deal or anything, but that is why we went to go look at homes Friday in a nearby city closer to where that company, the possible new company, is located, just to kind of get a feel of, like, do we want to buy again? Do we want to rent? What suburb do we want to look at? Like, you know, just trying to get our bearings a little bit. When we moved to where we are now, the process felt a little bit rushed. I think, honestly, all of our moves over the last 7 years have felt like that. We've had to make a lot of quick decisions, because we were always, it's like, okay, we gotta get there, the new job's starting soon. So we kind of wanted to pre-plan a little bit, kind of get a feel for the area, what we want to do, what we want, if we want, you know, like I said, if we want to buy, if we want to rent. Part of us is really leaning towards renting, because we don't think this next city will be our forever city either. It's hopefully more of a stepping stone to get us where we eventually want to be, to get my husband into the career he really wants to. This new company, when he was in there for an interview, they really sound like they appreciate those who put in the extra effort and want to help them reach those goals, which is something he's so badly wanted. So we don't think this next city will be our ending place. We don't know how long we would be there. We do really want to start seriously considering starting a family. We're both going to be 30 soon. So it's like, if we could get somewhere just long enough to have one. I always tell my husband, let's start with one, see how that goes. Get somewhere long enough where we feel settled enough to start that journey and get past, you know, the scary first year or two where you're really learning everything. I think the only thing for me that right now that, like, you know that feeling when you're kind of stressed and you have a thought and it sort of takes your breath away? For me, that only thing is the whole moving process again. And that's why I'm like, I don't know if I want to rent, because if we are somewhere for, what, 2, 3, 4 years, I don't know, renting feels so... Okay guys, I'm back, sorry. My camera died, so I gave it like a good 45 minutes to cool down so I could hopefully get through the rest of this video, and my lips are so dry right now, pardon me. But I don't really fully know where my camera left off, so let's start with, the only reason I'm kind of hesitant to rent is when I've been looking around. For one, does anyone else feel like rent has gotten incredibly high? If I'm going to spend that much money, I would rather have my own place, especially with having a dog. There's also the fact that our dog has never lived in an apartment, so I think we would have to rule that one out. He isn't a huge barker, but he definitely gets a little bit of that separation anxiety, so he can whine and he will bark if he hears something he's not used to. So I don't think apartment life would be excellent for him. So I'm like, I don't think we could do that. So I always think moving is exciting, but it is so exhausting. Like I told my dad last night, I'm already tired just thinking about moving, because that means we're going to have to go through the whole thing again of getting this house prepped to sell. We take that very seriously. That means cleaning everything from top to bottom, getting the carpets cleaned, landscaping, fixing any scuff marks, fixing up the front of the house, making sure it looks perfect, decluttering, all of that. The one good thing is we always knew we weren't going to be here a long time. We definitely thought longer than this, so we have stayed far more organized in this house than our last house, because we thought we'd be at the last house a lot longer. I'm using up these 3 little mini Stilas because they're drying out. So this house is far more organized, it's less cluttered, and we've also, basically 95% of every decoration in this house we put up with a 3M strip just in case, because we learned the hard way that taking down pictures and patching holes when you move is such a pain. So we won't have a lot of that, thank goodness, but it just sounds tiring to do it all over again, and the housing is kind of crazy where we're moving. It's more expensive than I would have thought. I really love this house we're in. Like, I truly love this house we're in. It has become such a cute little house. There's so much we would have liked to get done. Sorry if you hear my husband moving around. We have a friend who's coming over we just found out about, so he's quickly tidying up because, like I said, my house is a disaster. I love this house. It's going to be really hard to leave this house. I am obsessed with our neighborhood. When I say obsessed, I truly mean obsessed. It's such a beautiful neighborhood. Oh, I love it. I'm going to miss it so much. I don't think we're going to get anything quite like this where we're going. One thing I'm just realizing as I get older is I want the most affordable living without skimping on a safe neighborhood. I want to go cheap. If that means we're going to have to put a little elbow grease into it, I'll put elbow grease into it. I want cheap. So that way we can save up money for when we get to that final place where we feel like is going to be our forever location, in wherever it is in the United States. We want to save up a down payment or save up money to build our dream house. Like, eventually I want to have a dream house. So the cheaper the better in this next destination. I want to have money to save, and I also want money to start doing more experiences. I'm really just, the older I get, the less into spending money on makeup I'm getting, which is crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love new makeup, but I just want to save money and experience more, go more places, do more things, go to more concerts, go to more events. I definitely feel like I'm turning 30 soon. I feel like I'm having that change of heart, that change of mindset. It would be kind of fun to do like a fixer-upper, flip kind of house for the next one. Put a little elbow grease into it. Take it from shabby to fab, you know? But then there's also that part of me that's like, oh, that sounds like a lot of work. You'll probably be moving in the fall. And then after fall comes winter in the Midwest, and it would be really hard to work on a house during the winter time. So then, you know, well, if you go on the top end of your budget, you could just move in and kick back and relax. So I've got the angel and the devil on my shoulders right now for sure. Just send good vibes. Just send good vibes. But honestly, deep down in my gut, even after freaking out about everything for, you know, the first 2.5 hours, I feel good. My husband feels good. As horrible as it felt in the moment, it feels right now. I feel like everything is going to work out. I really do. I'm very hopeful. I just feel like what's meant to be will be, and there's no reason to totally freak out. When we get to the moving process, I will let you guys know, because just like last year, I'm sure my channel will take a brunt of it. I won't be able to post as much. It's just going to be, I think the next couple months are going to be really hectic. Prepping our house for sale, finding somewhere to live, all of that. But I'm going to keep you guys up to date with me. If we do a fixer-upper situation, I feel like I'm going to try to do a ton of videos about it. I didn't really do that with this one because, like I said, I'm really private, especially when it comes to like my home and my living space, my sanctuary here. But honestly, I think it would be so fun to share with you guys like renovation ideas, projects, all of that. Because I don't know about you, but I love HGTV. I love watching that kind of stuff. So I think that'd be so fun to share with you guys. I am very excited for the future. Just, you know, ready to get the ball rolling. I'll be glad to know if he has the job. I'll be glad to know what suburb we're picking. I'll just be glad to get settled. I would love to be settled by Christmas for sure. You know, that sounds so far away, but oh my goodness, it's not. Also, I've been loving this On the Rise mascara. It's Spectacular by NYX. They gave me this little sample, and it is so good. But yeah, that's the major life update. I'm sorry if I've been a little bit inactive on social media. And on here, I've just been, honestly, like this weekend, besides all the running I've done, I've just been obsessively looking at houses online. That's what I've been up to. I am so thankful that my husband is such a strong, calm, temperamented person, because I am the one who freaks out. He is the one who stays calm and collected, and I'm just excited for him. I'm really honestly excited for him to have a chance to get into a company that he can actually feel at ease with being there, feel like he's appreciated, because that was not the case at the last place. You guys, he deserves to be appreciated. My husband is a very hard worker. He's honestly, like, he's one of the nicest people you could ever meet. He is just so down to earth, so level-headed, hard-working. So I'm excited for him to finally have the opportunity to get somewhere he feels excited to be. That would be great. LA Girl Matte Flat Velvet Lipstick. I'm sorry if this video seems all over the place, because I'm sure it is, because I literally was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit down and let it all out and tell you guys what has been going on. When something is on my mind, I let it all out, but not only that, my thoughts are not always the most cohesive. So now I'm glad that I shared this with you guys and it's off my chest and I don't feel like I'm keeping something from you. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know things are kind of crazy, things are kind of hectic. I don't know what's all going to be going on. I feel like my channel has definitely been affected already. I know it's going to be affected, and I'm just going to try not to stress over it and just say, you know what will be, because I'm so happy right now. My channel is growing again, and that just brings me so much joy, and it's always rewarding when you see your efforts starting to pay off by, you know, more people joining. It's like the idea of pulling back freaks me out, but I just know I can't do everything. So between working, between getting the house ready, and this, I'm just going to try my best. But please know that there might be some missing days, there might be some missing videos. I've had the coolest video already filmed for weeks now, and I haven't had time to edit it because it's one that I literally need to probably take a whole day and a half, maybe 2 days to sit down and truly edit it, because I want it to be bomb. I'm so excited about it. I actually filmed with one of my friends. So yeah, you guys, that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said already, I'm so glad I could share it with you. Thank you for listening to me. And yeah, guys, okay, I'm just gonna stop rambling now. I'm just gonna stop while I'm ahead. That is everything. Thank you so much. Let's do the shout out of the day. Snooks91 commented on my recent succulent video, which I'm still so excited about. Snooks commented on that video and said, OMG, they're so cute. Thank you so much. And oh my gosh, I am so glad that you are here and a part of the Lash fam. You are awesome. And as always, please try to stay positive, because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.